glad to have you with us from SB Ballard Stadium in Norfolk, home to the Old Dominion Monarchs. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends and Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Old Dominion's offense has the ball first today. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays.
Breaks into the open. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. And the Monarchs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught over the middle. It's Roach. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Guys, let's chat for just a second about Old Dominion. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
Just keep slinging it. Here's a heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
The Monarchs decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. So Marshall's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. The age of the game-breaking tight end is here, Jesse, and we have another guy who is threatening to redefine this position.
Yeah, we've seen over the years now the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not just blocking and catching passes. They're getting involved now in the running game. We're seeing tight ends even throw the football, David. This guy can do it all.
And why is that so difficult? Because as a defender, what do I want to play you as? Do I want to play you with an extra linebacker on the field, or do I bring in a DB? And either way, I can be wrong. The big, strong bodies that can also be receivers and also block, they make the game easy.
Calls his own number. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. On the ground, it's Roach. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Monarchs moving quickly to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide open downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire, and that linebacker showed that there.
The Monarchs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
But we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And the Monarchs line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Oh, spin move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Monarchs!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Duke is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Stanford. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Back to pass. It's Burton. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D. Marshall comes to the line facing third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Monarchs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. Still running at the 40. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Roach. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Leaves it with the running back. Powers through. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The give on the option. There he goes. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Thundering Herd faces a 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Marshall will be forced to punt. Hunt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Roach. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Caught behind the line. It's Roach. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And the Monarchs will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Give to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Payne. At the 45 on his way. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Marshall quick to the line. Back to throw, it's Burton. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's White. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Herd!
Well, this running back can beat you with a lot of tools. He's got speed, he can shake you, he can spin away, and now he shows you the stiff arm. That was lethal before walking into the end zone.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch on the left. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Monarchs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Going to run it. It's Roach. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds a man in the middle. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll go with a direct snap. Looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, ODU.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Caught near the sticks. It's White. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's Payne. Off to the races to the right. He's at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Marshall!
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he added the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by 4 over Stanford. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Leaves it with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Right back to the well. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Monarchs look to keep this drive humming. He'll keep it himself. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. From the gun, running back on the move. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a 1st down. The Monarchs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got an open man. Stopped just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Monarchs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the move. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll run it on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Pressure coming. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Martin. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Burton. Pocket breaking down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Rush is on him.
That's a bad job in pass protection. I almost give the quarterback some credit because I think he knew where he was on the field. He knew he was going to get sacked for his safety. He was doing everything he could to just go down at his own 1-yard line to avoid giving up the 2 points.
Runs through a tackle. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down. Marshall will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Monarchs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Norfolk. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Ballard Stadium.
And the Monarchs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. Looking downfield, it's Burton. Oh, they're after him. Buys a little time with his feet. Short gain on the play before he slides. Marshall quick to the line. Pulls and fires complete. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Under fire. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Trying to make magic with his feet. There's a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a 1st down and came up a little short. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. He'll pull it on the read. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. 1st down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Monarchs can really attack on this 2nd and short. The play action fake. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The offensive line's got to get it together, giving up a sack on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays, because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
From the gun, the ground game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Get it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. That is no good. The lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The run to the left. After the filthy move, he's got room. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. On the ground, it's Quinn. Turns it on in midfield. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the inside. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Marshall will be forced to punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. The run from the shotgun. Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Nice move to keep running. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Monarchs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Monarchs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the period. Old Dominion has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. And the Monarchs come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got him downfield. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
They'll move the wide receiver. Handoff from the gun. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Monarchs! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Troy is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Southern Miss. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on second and long. From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
The Monarchs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. Finds the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So now on comes the field goal unit. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Under fire. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Burton. Takes the easy one to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Marshall needs a near miracle on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. And here comes the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field it close to the 50. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Monarchs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Monarchs will punt it away on 4th down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be... And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's short. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. To the air. It's Burton. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The give and tick, 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 tick.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Back to the ground with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Had nowhere to go with that one, had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He got it. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Takes a handoff. It's Quinn. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! He got loose and it was lights out after that.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You could tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Dropping back, it's Burton. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Creates a little space. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and it usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.